whenever you are going to consider the current, the current is going to be moving from one pair of switches to the other pair of switches, isn't it? So one pair of switches are going to be moving to the commutation stage, that is going to be turned off, and the other pair of devices are going to be other pair of devices are going to be coming to the conducting state, isn't it? So whenever you are going to consider this, so though due to that thing, you are going to have the current transfer. You need to consider the current transfer between the pair of devices. Okay. So what could be the change if we are going to consider the source impedance? Ideal, if the source impedance is going to be considered, will uh, will the operation and the waveforms are going to be the same or not? That we need to consider here. Okay. So earlier, whenever you are going to consider this, for that we will simply consider one waveforms for this. Okay. So that for that we consider the waveforms here that are going to be shown here. Okay. Okay. So this is going to be the circuit which is going to be considered with a source inductance. Okay. So whenever you are going to consider the source inductance, so first thing is whenever a converter is going to be considered with the source impedance, the first thing is going to be the source is going to be provided with resistance as well as inductance. Whenever there is a resistance, then ultimately what is the effect on the converter performance means the converter output voltage, the average converter output voltage is going to be reduced to somewhat depending upon the resistance which is going to be provided. So here you may have two elements, one may be the resistance, one may be the resistance, one may be the resistance and inductance. So the effect of the resistance is not going to be much in the case of these switching devices. That is nothing but simply you are going to have a resistance connected here. That resistance may be considered to be as RS. RS is going to be nothing but the internal resistance of the source. Whenever the internal resistance of the source is going to be considered, then what will happen? There will be a power dissipation. There will be a power dissipation in the internal resistance. That power dissipation is going to be nothing but, as the load is going to draw a current of I naught, this I naught multiplied by the internal resistance, this I naught multiplied by the internal resistance of the source, that is going to be the magnitude of power which is going to be dissipated in the resistance. So ultimately what it happens means the converter output voltage, the average converter output voltage is going to be reduced. Okay. That is going to be the major consequence with respect to the resistance, source resistance. Okay. So what we considered earlier is nothing but we are going to consider this converter operation provided with an ideal source. Ideal source. As the source is going to be ideal, there is no impedance provided for the source. So there is no resistance, there is no impedance. Here, in whenever we are going to consider this, in that case, the converter operation is going to be the same what we discussed earlier, and the waveform representations are going to be the same. Okay. But whenever the source impedance is going to be considered, whenever the source impedance is going to be considered, then you are going to have two parameters. One is going to be the source resistance and the other one is going to be the source inductance. So the source resistance is not going to have a much effect. The source resistance is not going to have a much effect. So whenever you are going to consider the source resistance, due to this source resistance RS, you are going to have a amount of power that is going to be reduced is going to be I naught into RS. So this amount of the power is going to be reduced in the case of a source resistance, if the source resistance is going to be considered. While in the case of a three-phase converter, you may have 2 into I naught RS for a three-phase converter, where this RS is going to be the source resistance for the phase, each phase source internal resistance. Okay. That is usually, as the source internal resistance is going to be somewhat low, this particular I naught RS may not have a much higher effect. Okay. So that means you may not have any large effect over the devices. Okay, but majorly what you are going to have the effect, why we need to consider this source impedance is completely due to this inductive nature. Due to this inductive nature, completely the operation of the converter is going to be changing. Okay, so here what will happen whenever an inductance is present, the phenomena, the basic property of an inductor is nothing but it is going to oppose the sudden changes in current. So as the source inductance is going to be present, what will happen means the inductance is the current will never change instantaneously. The current value will never change instantaneously. Earlier when you are going to consider the operation, we considered the operation as that the devices are going to have the shift in the current values from incoming devices to the outgoing devices instantaneously. That will happen when there is no inductance. Here if the inductance is going to be considered, then what will happen means due to this particular inductance, the current will never change instantaneously. So if the current will ever change instantaneously, then what will happen means this will lead to the short circuit of the source for a certain time span in which the devices are going to be in the conduction. So that can be observed here. What are the effect of the source inductance? So the major effect of the source inductance are going to be these. So the first one is going to be the output voltage. The mean output voltage is going to be reduced. Second thing, there is a distortion in the output voltage and current waveforms. And the third thing, performance parameters of the converter are going to be reduced or modified. Okay, so here you are going to, what would be these all can be considered in the case of the waveforms what are going to be obtained whenever the source inductance is going to be considered. Okay, so for that what we are going to consider here is we are simply going to consider a single phase full wave converter provided with a source inductance. Okay, so the circuit here is going to be this. Okay, this is going to be the circuit provided. Up to now we are not going to consider this inductance as we are going to consider an ideal source. Okay, but as the operation of the converter is going to be changing, so we need to consider the operation of the converter provided with the source impedance. So whenever the source impedance is going to be considered, it is going to have two parts. The first one is going to be a resistive part. Second one is going to be the inductive part. Resistive part is not going to have any much effect over the converter performance. That is on the switching devices. Okay, you may have simply due to this resistance, you may have a simply a voltage drop provided across the rectified DC output voltage may be reduced. That means a power loss is going to be provided with the internal resistance. As the internal resistance, as a source internal resistance is going to be quite low, the power loss in the source side is going to be maybe of neglectable value. So muchly what we need to consider is we need to consider the converter with this inductor. Okay, so here whenever you are going to consider this, what will happen, one pair of devices T1 and T2 are going to be operating for the positive half cycle of the supply. T3 and T4 are going to be operating for the negative half cycle of the supply, isn't it? So T1, T2 positive half cycle, T3 and T4 are going to be operating for the negative half cycle of the supply. What is the current conduction path here? The current conduction path here is going to be from this node to this T1, T1 to this RL load, from RL load to this T2, T2 to this return. That is going to be in the positive half cycle of the supply. Coming to the negative half cycle of the supply, what is the conduction path? The conduction path is going to be from this node to this T3, T3 to this load RL, from this load to this, what will happen, T4, T4 to this particular node. That is going to be the current conduction path provided for the negative half cycle. In either of the cases, the current is going to be moving from the inductance, isn't it, source inductance. As the source inductance is going to be present, what will happen, the current from the outgoing pair of devices are going to be shifted to the incoming pair of devices with a lag. that can be observed here in the corresponding waveforms. Okay, so here this is going to be the supply voltage waveform. Okay, you are going to have a V naught, isn't it? So this the firing angle provided here is going to be at alpha, that may be somewhat like 30 degrees. Okay, what will happen at this 30 degrees? What will happen? Actually, if the source inductance is not considered, then you are going to have the output voltage starting from this particular point, and it is going to be same as this. Okay, but what it is going to be happening means, due to the presence of the inductance, the current is going to be here. You can observe the current wave, current output current. So the current provided for different devices, so that is I1 and I2, sorry, this I1, what is this I1? I1 is simply represented to be as the current flowing from T1 and T2. I2 is going to be the current which is represented to be as T3 and T4. Okay, so what will happen? The total current here, whenever you are going to consider, that is considered to be as a I naught. Always I1 magnitude and I2 magnitudes are going to be the same. But why we are going to consider the currents to be of I1 and I2 means, this part of the current is going to be transferred by T1 and T2. This part of the current is going to be transferred by T3 and T4. Okay, so here what will happen? Whenever you are going to consider the operation, initially at alpha we are going to give the triggering pulse, isn't it? At alpha, whenever at alpha triggering pulse is going to be provided, then what will happen? If the inductance is not present, then the current waveform should have a straight line, isn't it? But due to the source inductance value, the current is going to be gradually increasing. Okay, and gradually it is going to be gradually increasing and reaches to the final value of the load current. Okay, after that what will happen? Actually what will happen, you are going to give the triggering pulse at alpha. The actual conduction should be at up to pi plus alpha. What is the alpha at, what is the point at this point? This is pi, this is going to be pi plus alpha. At pi plus alpha, what will happen? Immediately the current should become zero, isn't it? Immediately the current should become zero if source inductance is not considered, isn't it? So as here the source inductance is going to be considered, what will happen means, the current is going to be gradually decaying. The current is going to be gradually decaying and it becomes zero somewhere here. It becomes zero somewhere here. So what will happen? But the other pair of devices are going to be provided with the triggering pulse here, pi plus alpha. So T3 and T4 are going to be provided with the triggering pulse at pi plus alpha. So what will happen? From at this particular point, the current should shift. That means the current should immediately change to this particular magnitude whenever the inductance is not considered. But as the triggering of the device is going to be done here, but due to the source inductance, the current is going to be gradually increasing and reaches to this particular point for in a while. That could be in seconds or that could be in microseconds. Okay, so what is happening in between these two lines? What is happening in between these two lines? These T1 and T2, which are going to be the outgoing pair of devices, they are going to be still in the conduction up to this point. Okay, T3 and T4, which are going to be the incoming pair of devices, those are going to be in the conduction from this point. At this particular point, what will happen? Both the four devices are going to be in the conduction. Both the four devices are going to be in the conduction. So as the four devices are going to be in the conduction, what is going to be happen? As four devices are going to be in the conduction, what will happen? The source is going to be short circuited. Source is going to be short circuited. What will be the voltage across this load? It will be simply zero voltage. You can observe that here. Why it is represented zero voltage here? Why it is represented zero voltage here? In this particular span of conduction, that is in the span of the overlapping of the current, in a span of this, the outgoing pair of device are going to be in the conduction, incoming pair of the device are going to be in the conduction. So in this particular span of conduction, the overlap is going to be happened in the current, and the devices are going to be in the conduction. All the devices are going to be in the conduction. This particular span of overlap is considered to be as the overlap angle mu. It is represented to be as the overlap angle mu. In the span, this particular overlap angle mu is going to provide a zero voltage, as the source is going to be short circuited. The voltage prevailing across the load is going to be zero. Okay, so that means once again I simply repeat this. You may observe the difference between these. This is going to be the conduction span for T3 and T4. This is going to be the conduction span for T1 and T2, isn't it? So what will happen at each and every instant of this operation? The devices are going to provide one parameter is going to be the voltage, the other parameter is going to be the current, isn't it? So voltage is going to be provided by the conduction of one pair of devices providing the current. Okay, then again other pair of devices are going to provide the voltage as well as the current. So that means when you are going to consider the continuous operation of the converter, the converter current, load current must transfer from one pair of devices to the other pair of devices, one pair of devices to the other pair of devices. But well, when the converter is considered to be with an ideal source, the currents are going to be transferred instantaneously from one pair of devices to the other pair of devices. There will never be any commutation or overlap. Okay, so instantaneously T1 and T2 are going to get turned off instantaneously, and T3 and T4 are going to be coming to the conduction. So the current is going to be transferred from T1 and T2 to T3 and T4 instantaneously. That is in the case of an ideal source. But whenever you are going to consider this source inductance, due to this source inductance, the current will never rise instantaneously. It is going to be having a gradual rise. Due to this gradual rise, the current from the incoming pair of devices, outgoing pair of devices also going to be changing gradually. Due to that gradual change, what will happen means, in a certain time span, both the devices of outgoing and incoming are going to be in the conduction. Okay, that is going to be called as the commutation overlap. That is considered to be as the commutation overlap. This commutation overlap is going to be considered in the case of a full converter, mostly in the case of a full converter, then in the case of a semi converter. Why we are not going to get in the case of a semi converter means, in the case of semi converter, what you are going to consider? You are going to have two SCRs, two diodes, isn't it? Two SCRs are going to be operating, as they are going to be of controlled devices. Two diodes are going to be operating. They are going to be turned off automatically at the phase value. So there is no negative voltage prevailing across the devices. So ultimately what will happen? There is no effect in the case of this inductance. There is no negative voltage in the case of this inductive load whenever a semi converter is going to be considered. Okay, so mostly the effect is going to be predominant. It is going to be occurring in the full wave converter, where all the switching devices are going to be of SCRs. Okay, so here can you observe the change here? So actually the waveform should start from this point, and it should be the same as of the supply voltage waveform. And as alpha is going to be the firing angle, suppose we are going to consider the extinction angle to be of alpha. So here this particular point is going to be pi, and this point is going to be pi plus alpha. That is going to be the voltage provided by the conduction of T1 and T2. Okay, again at pi plus alpha, we need to give the triggering pulse for this T3 and T4. So the conduction starts here. So you are going to have an instantaneous voltage. Okay, that voltage is should become is going to be becoming 0 and provides a negative voltage up to this 2 pi plus alpha when inductance is not considered, isn't it? But whenever the inductance is going to be considered, the current is not going to be changing instantaneously. So what will happen? You are going to have, this is going to be 0 voltage. So ultimately what you are having? You are going to have a reduced output voltage, isn't it? This part of the voltage is going to be becoming 0. So ultimately you are going to have a, so first consequent what we considered due to this source inductance is the to lower the mean output voltage. It is going to lower the mean output voltage. So is it clear how the mean output voltage is going to be reduced? Means here actual output voltage is going to be need to be started from here and up to this, and this is going to be the negative voltage. What is the average value for this? From this particular point, removing this, isn't it? But here what will happen? The output voltage is going to be the conduction of the output voltage is going to be reducing. From that, this value is going to be reduced. So ultimately what will happen? You are going to have a reduced output voltage. You are going to have a reduced output voltage. Okay, then coming to the current waveform. So you are going to have the waveforms that is going to be it distorts the output voltage at current waveforms. Actually, whenever you are going to consider this voltage waveform, that is, this is going, the previous one is going to be the exact waveform what it is going to be required for the operation. But you are going to have a 0 voltage, maximum voltage, 0 voltage and a reverse voltage. So this can be considered to be as a distorted or a modified output voltage due to the source inductance. Okay, coming to the current. Whenever you are going to consider an ideal case, you may get a load current which is going to be of constant. But here you are going to have a current which is going to be, some part of the current is going to be having 0, isn't it? So here you are going to have reduced value. If you are going to consider the average, if you are going to consider the average current that is going to be provided here, that can be drawn like this, from this point to this, again this point to this point to this, like that. So this simply represent here distorted current waveform. Okay, so due to this particular effect, ultimately the converter performance is going to be reduced. Okay, so this is going to be majorly when you are going to consider for a single phase full wave converter. Okay, similarly this effect can be considered in the case of a 3-phase converter also. The effect is going to be the same. For each phase you are going to have an inductance. You are going to have 6 devices, 3 devices operating for the positive values of converter and 3 devices operating for the negative values of the converter. You are going to have a load. In this case, how could be the source effect, source inductance? So that can be observed from the waveforms here. Is it clear? Okay, we can consider this conduction instance in the later when we start the second, third unit. You will get the clarity related to what is the conduction for this T1 and T2 like that. Okay, and these are going to be the triggering instance. Okay, when the triggering instance is going to be provided due to the source inductance, you are going to have an overlap. This dotted line here represents the overlap for the each devices. Okay, this is going to be the overlap for T5 T1, T1 T3, T3 T5 like that, and this is going to be the overlap for the negative conducting devices. Okay, due to this particular overlap, you are going to have the current gradually reducing from the outgoing devices and gradually increasing from the in the incoming devices, having an overlap. So you are going to have an output voltage which is going to be 0, or which is going to be like this distorted waveform. Okay, this is in the case of a 3-phase converter. Okay, so here whenever you are going to consider this, simply copy this one, place the side heading and simply copy this, as this is going to be somewhat an important question related to this. place the side heading as a effect of source impedance on the case of a converter, and simply effect of source impedance on the performance of a converter. Okay, and then first one, copy this due to the source resistance. You copy this one first, that is source impedance, effect of source resistance. Okay, so that means whenever the source resistance is going to be considered, you are going to have a reduced amount of output converter voltage, which is going to be in terms of this resistance multiplied by this current. Okay, so I naught multiplied by this RS is going to have the amount which is going to be reduced as an output from the converter. Okay, as the internal resistance, generally all the sources are going to be provided to be made of an ideal. If you are simply going to consider a battery source, that particular battery source is considered to be of an ideal one. If it is not considered to be of an ideal one, what will happen? Whatever the energy that is stored in the inductor, stored in the battery, that particular energy is going to be consumed by itself. If you are going to operate it, if you are going to need to store the energy for a long time, so you are going to have a battery having a voltage of 12 volts and 5 Ah battery. That 5 Ah battery, if the internal resistance is going to be considered, then what will happen means internally you are going to have a voltage drop. Due to this internal voltage drop, ultimately the charge holding capacity of the that particular source is going to be reduced. But whenever you are going to consider these practical sources, all the practical sources are not going to be 100% ideal. They may be some of the internal resistance and impedance in the case of an AC. Okay, whenever you are going to consider this here, due to that, an amount of voltage that is dropped before it reaches to the converter is going to be I naught into RS, where RS is going to be the internal resistance. Due to this value, the converter output voltage is going to be reduced. Okay, so as it is generally it is going to be of a low value, so so there will never be any effect over the current. Internal resistance is going to be a quite low value, so due to that there will not be any effect over the current provided to the converters. Okay, that is the first thing. Second thing is going to be due to the impedance source, inductance. Okay, due to the source inductance, whenever you are going to consider this, due to this source inductance, whenever you are going to consider the thing, whenever you are going to consider the source inductance, the source inductance is going to be having a major effect over the switching of the devices. Okay, so whenever the switching is going to be considered, the current is going to be as we know that the switching is going to be done whenever the current is going to be transferred instantaneously. So the pair of devices in the conduction moves to the blocking state and the current falls less than the holding current value. Okay, if that value is going to be reducing by a time span, then most probably this commutation overlap is going to be happened. Okay, so simply place the effect of source impedance and draw the circuit, uh, copy this one, effect of the source in inductance. Okay, and then copy that circuit and waveforms. So these three are going to be the major effects of the source inductance. One, output voltage is going to be reduced. Second one, output voltage and current waveforms are going to be reduced. And the third one, performance parameter. Third one, performance parameters of the converter. Performance parameters of the converter are going to be uh, affected. Okay, so these performance parameters, we are going to consider these performance parameters in the next session. Okay, so have you copied this? Okay, so first effect is going to be reduction in the output voltage. Second one, distortion in the output voltage and current waveforms. Third one, performance parameters of the converters are going to be reduced. Okay, then simply copy this circuit with the inductance provided as source inductance Ls. So as we discussed in the last session, out of these four devices, one pair of devices are going to be considered to be as an outgoing devices, and the other pair of devices are going to be considered to be as an incoming pair of devices, isn't it? So outgoing pair of devices are going to be the devices which are ready for commutation. Incoming pair of devices are going to be the devices which are ready to conduct. Okay, so as the supply voltage is going to be reducing, what will happen? As the supply voltage is going to be reducing, ultimately you are going to have as the supply voltage is going to be shifting from positive half conducting devices, positive half cycle as well as negative half cycle. Positive conducting devices should transfer the current to the negative half cycle conducting devices. So T1 T2 should provide the current to T3 and T4. Again T3 and T4 should provide the current to T1 and T2. That is going to be a continuous process throughout the operation of the converter. In this case, if the source inductance is not hello, is the screen visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so maybe problem with the net, I think. Have you copied this one? If you complete this one, we may close this session by copying the circuit and the waveforms, and later we may have the class at 1 o'clock again as of an adjustment. So in that case, we may consider the performance parameters of the converters. With this, the second unit may be completed. Okay, so please kindly draw this one circuit. Okay, then copy the waveforms. If the circuit is completed, then you may give the anyone represent give the answer to that such that I move to the waveforms.
Completed.
Okay, so everyone completed, I think. Okay, so simply
Yes, sir.
copy these waveforms clearly. Is it visible clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so here what you need to represent is simply you need to draw the waveform, and you need to clearly represent these instants. Mu angle, what is this mu? Overlap angle, alpha firing angle, and this zero conduction of zero voltage provided, and this overlap that should be represented, and clearly represent this lower representation for the conductions. Okay, so here you can observe this in between this arrow, you can observe the conduction of both all the devices T1, T2, T3, T4. Here also you are going to have the conduction of 4 devices or the 4 devices here also. Okay, that is going to be completely happened in the case of whenever the source inductance is going to be considered. So whatever the doubt you are going to get while trying this, you can simply ask me. And see, one thing is you need to practice the waveforms. You need to practice the waveforms. Then you may get how these conductions are going to be differing. Okay, so here this is going to be the supply voltage waveform, output voltage waveform, and this is going to be the load current, which is going to represent the overlap angle, okay, and conduction of all the pair of devices here. So one thing when you are going to consider these power electronic subjectives, first thing is you need to draw the circuit clearly. Okay, then second thing is you need to draw the waveforms, and third thing is you need to explain the operation as of your own words. That is that means if you are familiar with how the current conduction is going to be happen, from which instant to which instant the triggering are going to be, the particular devices are going to be in the conduction, if that is going to be well known, you can write it on your own words. That is sufficient. Okay, you need, there is no need to by heart line by line. Okay, simply circuit diagram, waveform should be practiced well. When they are going to be represented well and good, then you can write the operation on your own words. Okay, so that is try to practice that while you are practicing the waveforms. Okay, while you are practicing the waveforms and circuit, try to practice that, and you need to know the conduction. So at zero instant, what devices are having the possibility for conduction. After that, you simply consider that up to which instant the devices are going to be in the conduction. So current is transferred by these devices. After that, the current is transferred to the other pair of devices. If you know well in the circuit and waveforms about that, you can write by own. There is no preparation needed for that. Okay, is it completed?
Yes, sir.
Who is that? S number 43.
Yes, sir.
262.
Okay, everyone completed? Okay, uh, so in the next section, briefly we may consider what we consider. Briefly we consider the topics, and after that we consider the performance parameters. So mostly these performance parameters are going to be considered while considering the problems related to these converters. Okay, so I will give the formulas related to these performance parameters, and most probably refer any one of the textbook and try to solve the problems. Okay. Okay, so is there anything doubt related to today's session? So no doubts. Have you completed the copying? Okay, so then simply I'm signing off. Okay, so kindly join the class by 1 o'clock.